Hey everyone, welcome to our monthly call. This is all about oils for productivity. We are excited to hang out with you tonight. We think motivation is very important. And many of us feel like we're lacking it. Motivated people are usually happier, they're more productive, they're even more content. It's just not a bad thing to have motivation in your life. Maybe it means you need to go clean out that closet or get a workout in, get a project done, finally start that business venture you've been wanting to do, or maybe it just means folding the laundry pile that you've been staring at. It doesn't really matter, big or small. So we hope after this call, you're ready to find more motivation in your life so you can get after it. I would encourage you to take good notes, watch for the recording to be posted in Fierce Oilers later. Remember that raffles happen at the end. So make sure you stay on because you have to be present to win. All right, Jerry is going to lead us off in our productivity conversation.
Well, how appropriate. I send out doTERRA Motivate, and Motivate is doTERRA figured it out. Wait till you hear those of you who have never tried Motivate or don't really know all the oils in there. They figured it out. This is one of my top 3 blends. I love, love, love this blend. So it's a combination of citrusy, minty, very uplifting. There are 10, I think more than 10 oils in here. So the touch is already diluted, and there's peppermint, wild orange, clementine, lemon, rosemary, coriander, basil, spearmint, lemongrass, tonka bean, cardamom, melissa, and vanilla absolute. So a couple of the key oils that really contribute to what Motivate can do for you is peppermint brings joy and buoyancy to the heart and soul. It's invigorating the body, mind, and spirit. Basil is the oil of renewal. Lemon is the oil of focus. Rosemary is the oil of knowledge and transition. So transitioning from lethargy or being stuck to let's get going. Coriander is the oil of loyalty to oneself. And Melissa is the oil, I love this, awakens the soul to truth and light. It reminds individuals of who they really are, inviting one to release everything and anything that holds them back from reaching their fullest potential. That's Motivate. Now, I use Motivate. There's many ways you can diffuse it. Comes in a 5 ml bottle. So you put it in your diffuser, and then it comes in the touch. So the touch you would apply to your pulse points before, well, I do it sometimes on my way to work when I just really need to kind of change my attitude a bit. Like I really do want to go to work and I want to be my best self. So Motivate does it for me. And as Amy said, if it's trying to start a project, just cleaning the house, a presentation you have to give, training for an event. So you can apply it for any of those times. And so again, you could put it on the collar of your outfit that you're wearing, your pulse points, diffuse it in the morning. You could, bottoms of your feet if you have sensitive skin. So any of those places. And it's only $19 for this whole touch bottle and only $23 for a 5 ml bottle. If you've never tried Motivate, I'm actually giving away a 5 ml touch bottle. So maybe you'll get lucky. And that's what I have to share about Motivate.
Thanks, Jerry. All right, Laura, you're up next. Laura Shields.
All right, so I'm talking about the Mito to Max is maybe what we have heard of it as before. It was reformulated recently. So now our Mito to Max that maybe some of us have tried and love, which I would say that as me as well. It's now a part of our MetaPower system. So that's really exciting for a couple different reasons that I'll share here too. But I love this product so much and it works so incredibly well. I think for me, sometimes it works so well that I feel so good. I stop taking it. And then I wonder, why did I stop taking it? I was feeling so motivated. I was feeling energized, productive, all those things that I was hoping for. But it's one of those that too, like it works for an extended amount of time. And so the longer you take it, you'll just get the added benefits of it. So here's a couple things about the Mito to Max and how it's now a part of the MetaPower system. Maybe you're wondering why they reformulated, sometimes doTERRA does this from time to time, and it's all science-based, better research, better science, research over time, things like that. So they just maybe exchange a few ingredients that they find are doing a better job at this or have a different purpose. And so that's just kind of how they came up with the new formula. And so what they've added into our Mito to Max is they have the MetaPower blend. So those oils of our grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. Those are now included in it, which is all great for our metabolism, which we've learned a lot about. And the metabolism component, again, why they put it in MetaPower is because metabolism is all part of that like long lasting energy. So they found the benefit of putting MetaPower in there is that with our mitochondria and with our metabolism, all of that is, you know, sync together, and it's going to perform better that way, being included with the MetaPower system as a whole. So you're going to get that more stamina throughout the day. You're going to get more cellular at the cellular level with the mitochondria production, less fatigue. And I would say probably from what I've noticed is more of like the cognitive stamina as well. Not so much maybe the physical, but I think it's more of the cognitive component of it. And even some like memory and things like that. So there's a lot of great ingredients in there, a lot of names of ingredients too that I'm not great at pronouncing. So bear with me for just a second here. So there is the ACL, if you're not familiar with that, here's my best pronunciation that you're going to get tonight. The Aerodiction Californium, my thing. That is going to support your metabolic energy and production, also the mitochondria and circulation to the brain. That's kind of where it gears more towards the cognitive part and your circulation, cardiovascular health. There's also some key ingredients of PQQ, which is the pyroquinoline, quinone. Oh, sorry. Again, for the cognitive health, memory, and antioxidant support as well. They act as antioxidants, so they're really important there. There's also coenzyme Q10. Maybe you've heard of that one before. That's really crucial in our energy production as it's a fat soluble antioxidant. So that actually helps our cell membranes transfer energy to each other. So we want our cells to be able to actually transport the energy that they are producing while there. And you're going to get some other ingredients like ginseng root, quercetin bud extract, which is a plant extract there. And then also there's one mushroom ingredient in there as well. So this one does not have any caffeine. It doesn't have any of your kind of top allergens, maybe of your milk, wheat, or animal products either. And how you can take this, it's recommended 1 to 2 a day. Everybody's body is kind of different, so you have to maybe experiment a little bit with it that way. But I would definitely say consistency is key. When you take it for, give yourself a week, then give yourself 2 weeks, keep going with it. Even if you're feeling great and it's doing a wonderful job, you want to keep going with it because you will definitely notice when you stop taking it, I think, in my opinion. So you can get this for one bottle with the reformulation here is $44 wholesale or $58.67 retail. My favorite way to do it is actually attaching it to my LLV order that I get monthly. So that is, you're going to get a fabulous deal and savings there because when you add it to your LLV, then it's only $29.50. So that's pretty fantastic to take it that way. So I would highly recommend that you take it again for that energy, motivation, but more than anything, I think the mental component, the cognitive support is phenomenal here. And also the cardiovascular circulatory health. There's a lot going on there as well, which I think is just an added bonus.
Thanks, Laura. I like the idea of like Mito 2 Max. Oh, am I with you guys? My signal was weird for a second. Okay, thanks. I like when we have things that can be targeted support for specific things that we're working on when it comes to our supplements. So Mito 2 Max, motivation, energy levels, all of that. So do me a favor, put a 1 in the comments if you like to take a nap. Maybe make it a 2 if you take a nap every day, most days. So there's no shame in taking a nap, not at all. I think it's just kind of a good check-in point or a good thing to reflect on when you're thinking of your energy levels and how productive you feel. Sometimes we aren't feeling our best and like you don't even notice it. Maybe you think it's like, well, maybe it is normal to take a nap every day. But anyway, I also think about the different times of day that most people experience their dips in motivation and energy. I think of late morning. I think of after lunch being a really one. like significant one. And Laura tied this in nicely because she's, again, looking at that targeted piece with Mito 2 Max, and I'm looking at a little bit more foundationally what's going on from the inside out. And I think, like, how amazing would it be to feel like mostly consistent throughout the day? Put a 5 in the comments if you like the idea of having consistent motivation and energy throughout the day. So when I look at baseline health and wellness and feeling good from the inside out, it always brings me back to the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And I was thinking as I was getting ready today that, like, my husband Gary and I have taken this product like consistently month after month since 2014. It's like non-negotiable for us for many reasons, but a main one is absolutely how it's changed our energy and our stamina, for like the focus and productivity piece of it. It's really nice to feel like on all day. We love using our oils for focus. You know, we're talking about that tonight, but we know that without a strong foundation, it's kind of like spinning in the wind a little bit. Recently it was described to me that, like, our health is kind of like a house, and that foundation is lifelong vitality. So let's talk a little bit about what kind of a foundation you're building with lifelong vitality, and like what is it that's making you feel so wonderful. So remember, it's the 3 components. So you've got your omegas in the XE Omega, and that's all about your heart and brain health, making sure you have different kinds of fish oil to keep your heart pumping strong. Remember, there's a vegan one. You're not going to burp with this. It has 9 essential oils in it: frankincense, clove, a tummy tamer blend. And an added bonus is that it's fabulous hormone support. So that is a wonderful, significant product. Another bottle to talk about is the Alpha CRS. And this is like cellular health. Okay. And healthy cells is like a healthy us. If our cells are running well and working well, then we're like doing good things from the inside out. So cellular repair, it's critical to transmission of genetic material. It eliminates brain fog. It helps with focus, more energy, less pain. It's not a stimulant. So you're doing all those things without stimulants. And then the third bottle would be the Microplex VMZ, and this is your 12 servings of fruits and vegetables in 1 dose. Remember that the nutrients come from whole food sources, means you're getting great absorption. They're bioavailable. And just the truth that no matter how good we eat, it is so hard to get what we need from our food each and every day. Okay. So like when you think of doTERRA, you think of essential oils, but this is one of the top selling products, and that's because it makes such a big difference for your health. So my recommendation is to get your house solid, get that foundation solid, so everything else you're building works well. It's completely risk-free, right? Money back guarantee. You try it for 30 days. If you're not feeling it, doTERRA is going to give you your money back. And if you've tried LLV before and you've fallen off the bandwagon, it's okay. But this is a great time to rededicate yourself to taking it and investing in your health that way. So put a 2 in the comments if you love taking your LLV, and a 3 if you're ready to maybe give it a try again, or even for the first time. All right, Melissa is up next.
Okay, guys, so right now I'm Sonia Koval. She wasn't feeling well tonight, so I said I would be happy to share for her. So she was sharing on Intune, which is one of her very favorite blends. So this is the Intune Focus Blend, 10 milliliter bottle. She sent me her notes. So I'm just going to, first of all, ask you guys, put a, I don't know, by all these numbers, put a 10 in the box. If you feel like you could help with, if having an oil you could put on topically every day would help you with your focus. So Intune is a powerful blend of amyris, patchouli, frankincense, lime, ylang ylang, Hawaiian sandalwood, and Roman chamomile. It comes in this amazing 10 milliliter bottle. It's $42, and there is no carrier oil added. No fractionated coconut oil. So this is a pure blend of oils. And so therefore I would say you could divide it into a few different bottles if you wanted to. I would say you could easily split this bottle into thirds and add the fractionated coconut oil to the top, and keep one in your purse, put one in your kid's backpack, and keep one by your bedside or wherever you're going to use it most. So mostly topical uses because it is in a roller. But you could also do dramatically by putting it on a piece of jewelry, right? A scarf, something like that. Sonia just loves to wear this as a perfume. She loves patchouli. But it's also great for lack of mental clarity, focus, concentration, feeling overwhelmed, which I know nobody feels overwhelmed in this group. For those things, she says she applies under the nose, just like this, and the back of the neck. Seriously, this is not like go all the way up and down the spine. This is like this on the back of the neck. That's all you need. Just a little boing. Okay. If you struggle with ADD, ADHD, hyperactivity, you can again apply it to the back of the neck. We're talking about right at the base of the skull. Bottoms of feet, inhale from cupped hands. You can use it for mid-afternoon slump. But I would say less is more with this blend. And if you are somebody who's very smell sensitive, or if you have a child who really does better using an oil blend for focus, perhaps the best place to put this would be on the bottom of the big toe, because in reflexology, the bottom of the big toe is the brain. So if you have somebody, I like to keep mine where I put my shoes and socks on, and I just put a little bit on the bottom of each big toe and then put my shoes and socks on, and no one knows I have it on, especially for a child at school who doesn't want to stand out and who really needs this. I would say bottom of the big toe. Again, $42. I just wanted to say really quickly, I got my little emotions book out. And I think this first few sentences here on Intune is very fascinating. It says, in contrast to lemon, which we know as the oil of focus, Intune calms the mind and facilitates inner peace. Lemon activates the mind, and Intune quiets and grounds mental forces. It's especially beneficial to those with a short attention span. It encourages people to remain present at the task at hand, to complete a project, goal, or activity before moving on to the next. So if you have this book, you should read about Intune, because it was really great to read it again. And if you want me to send you a copy, put copy of Intune in the comments. So now I'm going to go over to Thinker. So I have my notes over here on Thinker. Hold on just a sec. Oh my goodness, where'd my note? Oh, here we go. Okay, so Thinker is also a focus blend, but this is Thinker Touch. So this is diluted, guys, and this does not have such strong, powerful, like strong aroma oils as the Intune does. So again, you have somebody who's very smell adverse and really like something lighter. This is for you. It has vetiver, peppermint, clementine, and rosemary with the fractionated coconut oil. So peppermint oil gives it a little bit of an uplifting smell, which might, they say might increase feelings of alertness and help to focus on tasks. But the other ingredient, which I just love, rosemary, instills a sense of focus and clarity. Vetiver and clementine work together with the peppermint and the rosemary, and they create an earthy, minty, herbal, aromatic experience, fresh and energizing. So again, you could roll this onto the wrists or the hands and inhale deeply. You could put it in a kid's backpack or in your purse or backpack, apply to pulse points. Again, you can put it on jewelry, diffusing jewelry. And I wanted to say this one is $19. So 42 smells pretty strong in Intune. You can make 3 bottles out of this. This one I wouldn't dilute, already diluted, lighter scent, both accomplish the same thing. And last thing I want to say is Thinker helps individuals focus amidst a world full of distractions and competing priorities. Again, no one knows what that feels like except for me. It seems like everything is competing for our time, our attention, our energy. So if that is you, I would say keep these by your bed or wherever you put your shoes and socks on in the morning, and apply them to the bottom of your feet and see how your day is different.
Thanks, Melissa. All right, Laura Whip is up next.
Hey, So this is really a good call. I'm learning so much right along with everybody. And you heard about some amazing blends like Motivate, Thinker, and Intune. But I'd like to briefly talk about some single oils that are great for motivation and productivity. And then I'm going to just give you a couple of diffuser blends you can use. So I got out my little emotions wheel. I don't know if any of you have this. It's got negative emotions on one side and positive emotions on the other. And I went and looked up productivity, motivation whatsoever. And lemon is on there for focus. It's usually just one oil that they list on this wheel, but it's a great accompaniment to this book that Melissa was just reading to you from. They're really both excellent tools at helping identify which oils are good for various emotions. So some single oils that are really good for productivity and motivation. And you've heard some of these mentioned already. Lemon, amazing. Eucalyptus, peppermint, basil, rosemary, and believe it or not, blue tansy. This one was a surprise to me. And so I want to just read to you a little bit about blue tansy out of the emotions book. And it says it's the oil of inspired action. So sometimes I don't need to just take action. I need to have a little inspiration. So blue tansy is the oil of inspired action. It supports those who resist taking action to change or transform their circumstances. It's especially helpful when individuals have become stagnant in their progression. It invites individuals to manifest their passion into action. This is especially important when there's a desire to retreat or self-sabotage. And there's more in here, but I thought that was pretty amazing about blue tansy. And so it's my new one that I'm going to try for motivation and productivity. So quickly, I'll give you 3 diffuser blends, but whoever wins tonight to get the diffuser blends, you're going to get 10 diffuser ready blends for motivation and productivity. So that's kind of exciting for whoever wins that. So the first one is, I love using peppermint and wild orange, and I've used it for a long time to energize and help me focus, but adding rosemary to that for clarity. So rosemary, peppermint, wild orange, you could do 2 drops of each. The next blend that I think is great, and Melissa mentioned patchouli, and I think maybe someone else did too. I don't remember. Jerry, did you mention? You might have mentioned patchouli. No. Anyway, a sense of serenity, giving you that calmness and the ability to move forward. Patchouli is great. Grapefruit, which is a positive burst and uplifting, and helps you avoid sleepiness. Amy talked about those slumpy times of day when talking about energy. And then frankincense helps you reflect and stay optimistic while you're trying to be task oriented. So patchouli, grapefruit, frankincense, again, you could do 2 drops of each. And the last one, peppermint, eucalyptus, and lemon. So peppermint for clarity, eucalyptus to invigorate, opens the airways too, and lemon to lift your spirits and cleanse the air of toxic thoughts. So those are 3 good blends you could try. 2 drops of each on that one as well.
Thanks, Laura Whip. All right, Laura Hadamia, take it home.
Hey guys, I'm Laura and I'm a clinical therapist. So I really am fascinated by the emotional link to essential oils. So I chose fennel, the oil of responsibility, and I just about 6 months ago, I started taking on my money, like really becoming more responsible. I hired a money coach, well, business coach, and the fennel essential oil really, I don't even remember like what made me pull it or what, but it's an oil that has a very distinct smell if you've ever used fennel, or like it's in your sausage sometimes. So it's not really like my favorite smell, but it actually truly, since I started it and pulled it, it's my favorite smell right now. And I've known from the beginning when I started working with essential oils, or learned, I thought it was fascinating that we're drawn to oils that we need, similar to like crystals, in my opinion. So we're drawn to those, but then the oils that really smell kind of yucky to us are usually the ones that we need. And that we might just like mentally might not be ready for that big next step. So if you are thinking about taking on something new, I would invite you to start diffusing fennel, or put it on the bottom of your feet if you can't stand the smell. But if you're taking on something big, it's been very helpful for me. So a couple things that I found that were interesting about fennel. One thing to know is to avoid it if you are epileptic. Research says that it's probably not a good idea to use it, and then dilute heavily if you're pregnant, or avoid it because it's kind of a spicy one. And it aids in digestion and also can aid in lactation after you've had a child and you're breastfeeding. There's 100 known names for fennel over the thousands and thousands of years that it's been around. The Greeks, it comes from the word marathos, and which is comes from marathon. So as I was listening to this podcast, which I will share with you guys, about fennel, that it's like if you have to run a marathon, if you have something like that going on, or you feel like you're going into battle, I would use fennel. It was used as a symbol of victory many, many years ago. And the Greeks would even drink it before battle to increase their courage. So there's a lot of good things that come from fennel, and it smells kind of yucky, but if you win the bottle tonight, that's something I will send you and you'll get to know it. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. I like that. There was one other product that, as we were talking, I think that's like such a solid lineup, like pick and choose, use what works for you, be smart and strategic about it. And I have to just give a shout out to the adaptive soft gels, adaptive capsules. Sorry, I'm like tired apparently. Adaptive capsules. Because I feel like, especially if like that focus and staying on task is like a top health goal for you, I think, the feeling it's supposed to give you is alert serenity. That's like the description. And I think that's such an interesting snapshot of what that product helps with. So I think it's worth just a little plug on how that can help clear what's going on here a little bit. Yeah. And maybe it makes you too relaxed. Some people like them before, some people will take them before they go to bed. A lot of people take them in the morning with their breakfast for the mood benefits all day. But something to play around with and keep in mind. Okay, so we're going to wrap up here. I want to thank everyone who shared and took the time to do that. We really appreciate it. Tell us something in the chat box that you've learned, maybe an oil or product that you're wanting to incorporate to help with your productivity. Remember, you can click the 3 dots on the bottom of your chat to save the chat and any info that was shared. If you have questions, now's a great time to put that in the chat box. We will watch for those and answer those after the raffle. Or if you have a testimony about one of the products that we shared, put that in there too, okay? If you haven't noticed, we've started up our spring round of our Level Up Your Life classes. Those are our live videos we do in Fierce Oilers every Saturday morning to teach you about different doTERRA products and oils that you can incorporate for greater wellness. Don't miss them. They're really good. You're going to hear from different people. We're all about education. So we're going to do a call like this once a month for 30 minutes. We think it's important. So in May, we're going to do oils of the Bible. I'm getting Sonia to be in charge of this one. She's so good at it. If you haven't heard her class on this, it's brilliant. So you can register with the link. It's on the May 20th at 8 p.m. I'll put the link in the chat box if you want to save your spot now. Okay, let's get ready for giveaways here. Melissa, are you kind of
Do
sort
you
of?
want to talk about the 125 by
I want
midnight
you to
tonight?
talk about it while I pull this up.
Okay. So guys, today's the 15th of the month. And if you have a monthly wellness box that comes If you placed a 125 order already, or if you do by midnight tonight, you'll get a free citrus twist. And I just want to say that word to see Laura Whipperman light up. I wanted to see that because it's Laura Whipperman's favorite. It is like citrus and ginger had a baby. And I just think it's, you know, being able to smell again, I find it to be lovely. And Amy and I heard somebody talking about it and saying they were not really sure about it, but then they got it and they were like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. So if you have not placed 125 PV order and you have a few things you need and you get that placed by midnight tonight, you'll get that bottle for free. And if you want, if you've already placed maybe 80, 90, 100 and you're just shy, place a second LRP order by midnight and then let me know and I'll make sure that you get that citrus twist. Okay. So Amy, what were you pulling up?
All right, I'm ready. If you should we do the 5 ml Motivate Touch Roller first?
Yes. Okay, here we go. Vicki Wagner, congratulations.
And then the Thinker Touch.
Kathy Smythe, congratulations.
And the 10 diffuser blends.
Dottie, congratulations.
And a bottle of fennel.
And one of my favorite ways to use the fennel is to diffuse it with lemon, guys. It's really something, it really clears the cobwebs. And that one goes to Bev Byer. Congratulations.
Awesome.
So I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated so graciously. And I also will need what you won and your address, please, your mailing address via text or messenger, not in this thread, because it'll go away when we hang up, so that we can get that out to you as soon as possible.
Yep, so make sure you do that, and we'll see you next month, and watch for our Saturday morning classes as well for more
They're
education.
so good. They're so good, you guys. You really watch for them. And the recordings are, of course, right there for you.
Yep. All right. Have a good night,
Hey, guys.
everyone.
Have a good one.